Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining my class tonight. Um, this was a special request class for a restorative yoga session. So today, we're not going to be doing something where it's fast paced, going from pose to pose. We're really going to take our time with each pose. It's about maybe 6 to 8 poses that we're going to be doing, but we'll be in each pose maybe between 2 to 5 minutes. But don't worry, you're not going to be like stressed or feeling any pain because we have all of our wonderful pillows and blankets. If you have a bolster, you could grab that. Everything that you need, as much as you need, just grab that so you could feel extremely comfortable in this yoga flow. So we're going to get started. If you're not already, seated comfortably in a easy pose. You could just have your calves crossed one in front of the other so that the feet is gently underneath the knees. If you feel any tension along the hips, you can grab like your block or your pillows and just place it underneath your seat. That way it elevates your hips above the knees and releases that tension from there. So from this pose, we are going to just soften our gaze and just start our breathing exercise. First, we're just going to breathe deeply in through the nose and hold it for 4 seconds, and breathe out through the mouth and hold it for 4 seconds. So let's begin. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's breathe again. Breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try just breathing in all our relaxations through the nose. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's release everything, breathing out, allowing your shoulders to drop just a little bit. Continue to breathe. Allowing all the stress and tension to just melt away onto the mat. Hold here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that again. Breathing in through the nose. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's breathe out. Dropping the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do this 2 more times. And this time we're going to just breathe in and bring our shoulders up to our earlobes by breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's breathe out, dropping the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's just do some regular natural breathing. Just doing a body scan, checking in with our bodies just to see how we're feeling after that breathing exercise. Check in with your crown. Check in with your heart. You may place one hand on your heart and the other hand on your navel. And kind of just pay attention to how the air is going into the body and out of the body. Feeling how your chest lifts in and out. feeling the air coming in and out of the body. It's allowing ourselves to become one with the breath. In yoga, our breath is the one of the most important things about our practice. We use our breath as a focal point. So if at any time you are feeling any dismay or you may feel uneasy, just bring your focus back to your breath and let your breath guide you. Doing these techniques is also a great way to do it off the mat as well. You know, while you're at work or at home and you just need to take a few moments for yourself, you know, if things get a little stressful, just take a few moments for yourself to just breathe. And then this brings us to setting an intention or a affirmation for yourself in this practice. Setting intentions is also another way to guide you and bring you to your focal point, just to empower you. So maybe your intention can be, I feel safe, I feel complete, I feel strong. So at any time during your practice or even while you're off the mat, you can always repeat any of those affirmations, any of those intentions. Repeat that to yourself just to keep your heart open and yourself grounded. So I'm going to move my block off the way, out of the way, and we're going to go into our first pose, which would be a seated forward fold. Normally from a forward fold, we will bend at the hip and go all the way until we touch our feet. But this time we're going to add some pillows to it just to make you feel comfortable. Sometimes you may feel a little tension underneath your hamstrings. So if you have your pillow or your bolster ready, you can grab that and place that gently underneath the knees and begin to feel that, you know, that difference in your legs and how comfortable you're feeling right now. And now we're going to grab any pillows or your blankets or whatever you have, just place it on top of your thighs. And then we're going to begin to walk our hands out towards our feet until our crowns touches the pillow. And we're going to hold here for a few moments. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. With every inhale, allowing your body to just melt onto the pillow. Again, you can add as many pillows or take away whatever pillows you want, just as long as you're feeling extremely comfortable. So we're just going to hold here for a few moments. Just remember to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. Continue to allow your body to melt all the tension away onto your pillows and your mat. Remembering your affirmation. Remembering that this time is for you, so enjoy this quiet moment. On your next inhale, we're going to begin to walk our hands back towards our bodies until our crowns and our hearts is seated back up in an upright position. We can move our pillows out of the way. I'm going to move my bolster out of the way. And then we're going to go into a fish pose. So from here, you can grab your pillows or your blanket and place it underneath your hips here behind your hips. And then begin to lower your spine onto your pillow or blanket, one vertebrae at a time, until our crowns and our spines is flat onto the pillow or your bolster. We can extend both of our legs, and then we're going to take both of our hands, bring it up to the sky. Going to bring some movement to your fingers. And then we're going to open both of our arms out until they reach to the outside of the mat onto the floor. Allowing your heart to be open to all possibilities, all positivity, everything that you have in store for you, waiting for you. Let's keep our hearts open. Continue to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. Let's do that again, breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Continue doing that breathing exercise. Allowing everything to just melt onto your pillows, your blankets, your mats, whatever prop that you decided to use, just allow your body to melt. And we're going to continue to breathe and relax here for a few more moments. Now, on your next inhale, we're going to begin to bring our hands alongside our bodies, just extend it out towards your thighs, planting your palms onto the mat and using that to allow you to push up, lifting your crown and your heart until we are seated upright. And this time we're just going to add a little twist to this. So I'm just going to move my bolster to the side, but I'm going to turn my heart towards my pillow and just bring the heart all the way down onto the mat. And you can keep your head towards the left or the right side, whichever side you chose to turn to. But just let's hang out here in this comfortable pose. Continue to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. Remember to breathe in and breathe out of your nose. Breathe into your nose and out of your mouth. Making whatever adjustments you need, adding or removing whatever props you may need to make you feel comfortable. And on our next inhale, let's use our palms once again to press it onto the mat and helping us to lift our crowns and hearts up off the pillow. And we're going to just do this on the other side of the body. So we got to make sure that both sides of the body gets that same love and TLC. So if you're sitting upright, just turn your torso or your heart towards the right or the left, doing the opposite direction from what we did in the first half. And then we're going to bring our hearts back onto the pillow Just allowing us to breathe into that nice stretch. Breathing in through the nose and out of the mouth. Making whatever adjustments you need. If you want, you can add your pillows underneath your hips or your knees. But just get as comfortable as possible. We'll be here for a few moments. And let's inhale, bringing our hands onto the mat to allow us to lift up our hearts and our crowns, coming back into a staff pose, seated upright with our legs extended. I'm just going to move the bolster out of the way, and we're going to begin a supported bridge pose. So from here, we're going to, again, roll our vertebrae onto the mat one at a time, allowing your crown to gently go onto the mat. And we're going to bend our knees, planting the soles of our feet onto the mat. We're going to begin to lift our hips up to the sky, and then you're welcome to grab your block or your pillows or your bolsters, your blankets, and just gently slide it underneath the hip so that we'll go into a supported bridge pose. So on your next inhale, let's lift the hips up to the sky. And then we will grab our bolsters and just put it right underneath the hips. And we're just going to hang out here for a few moments. You're welcome to have your hands planted onto the mat, either facing up to receive all the abundance that we have waiting for us. Or you can have your palms planted onto the mat just to keep you grounded and feeling supported. So let's remember to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. Breathe in to the nose. Now with the mouth. Feel free to make any adjustments that you need. If you want to add your pillow underneath both your hips and your back, you're welcome to do so. And just kind of allow your crown to fall directly onto the mat so you could feel that elevation and that stretch along the spine and feeling very grounded by, planting your hands and the soles of your feet onto the mat. Let's remember the intention that we set earlier for our affirmations, just so that we can continue to feel supported in this practice. And on your next inhale, we're just going to lift the hips up to the sky once more so that we can slide our pillows or blankets out of the way. And begin to plant your hands onto the mat and allowing your heart and crown to lift up back into a seated position. And we're going to go into a child's pose. So let's go into tabletop, which means that you're going on all fours with your hands planted on the mat and your knees planted on your mat. So from here, in child's pose, we normally just send our hips towards the heel and then walk your hands directly above your head and lower your crown. But this time we're going to add as many pillows as we want so that we can feel extra comfortable. So I'm going to put my pillow just between my knees so that when I send my hips over the heels, then I have that support right here. I am also going to put pillows underneath my knees so I don't feel any pain over there. And I want to add a pillow underneath my head as well. So if you're ready, just coming into tabletop and begin to send your hips towards your heels and lowering your crown onto the mat or your pillow and just holding here. If you feel any tension along the hips, just grab an extra pillow or blanket. You could grab as many stuff as you want because that's what restorative yoga is all about, just making us feel extremely comfortable, extra comfortable, allowing us to serve our bodies and give the body that compassion that it craves. A lot of times we just spend a lot of time just worrying about other people and doing things for other people and stressing about a lot of stuff that, doesn't serve us. So let's just take this moment to do something that serves you. Grab as much props as you need. And we're just going to hang here for a few more moments. Remember your breath. Remember your affirmation. Remember your intention that we set earlier. And just continue to keep that on your mind as we hang out here in child's pose. And let's inhale. We're going to plant our hands onto the mat, allowing us to lift our hearts and our crowns up. And then we're going to come back into tabletop, sending our hips back so that it is straight above the knees. Let's move all of our props out of the way. Woo. And come into a seated position. Oh, I used a lot of props. Okay. So now we're going to extend our legs out directly in front of us and do a seated head to knee pose. First, we are going to bend the right knee and tuck that right foot underneath the left leg. You are welcome to place your pillow or your bolster underneath your left leg and also underneath your right knee, just for that added support. But we're going to begin to walk our hands directly in front of us until we are touching either a foot or toe. You're also welcome to grab another pillow to put it on top of your left leg and just lower your heart and your crown onto the pillow and just relax over here for a few breaths. So whichever way you decided to relax in with every breath, just allow your body to melt onto either your pillow or your leg, whichever option you decided to choose. But always remember to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth, making whatever adjustments you need, whether it's adding some more pillows or taking away some props, whatever you need to make yourself comfortable, just do that. And on your next inhale, we're going to begin to lift our hearts and crowns up, walking our hands back to our bodies. And we're going to do this on the opposite side. So let's just move our props and slide it over to the right leg. Move you up away. Okay. And we're going to now bend the left knee, kind of tuck it underneath your right leg. And now I'm going to bring my props back over here, over the right leg. And I'm going to begin to forward fold until I'm leaning my crown against the pillow and allowing the body to just melt on all the way down to the mat, imagining everything is melting all the way down to the mat. And just hold in here. Remembering to breathe in through the nose and out with the mouth. Always remember you have the option to add whatever pillows you want. Maybe if you started doing one thing, it doesn't feel comfortable anymore. So remember, you can always reverse whatever you did. You can always add to or remove. But remember, you do have that option so that you can feel comfortable in your practice. So never stay in pain. Keep breathing in and out. And let's inhale and begin to lift our crowns and our hearts back up, walking our hands back towards our bodies. Let's move some of these props out of the way. And we're going to begin to close off tonight's class in Savasana, which is, of course, we was in quiet time this whole time, but Savasana is just one last time for us to really relax and allow everything to just flow deeply onto the mat and get you comfortable before you continue your regular activity. So first, I'm going to have you can bring either your pillow or your blanket back underneath your spine and begin to lower your spine and your crown onto your pillow or blanket. This time we are going to bring both of our feet, the soles of our feet, let it marry each other. And then we're going to lower the knees as close as possible to the mat. We are welcome, always welcome, to add our pillows underneath the knees just to give it the extra support. Ooh, okay. Everything's slippery over here, but anyway. So I'm adding my pillows and blankets underneath my knees, but I'm going to keep the palms, the soles of my feet together and bring the feet as close to your hips or to your body, as close to it as possible. And you're welcome to have your palms facing up onto the mat, or you can have it on flat onto the mat facing down, just to keep you grounded. And we're just going to relax our bodies, doing a body scan, and then go into Savasana. So first, we're just going to do a bit of tension and releasing exercises. So let's just start by squeezing our face together, breathing in, squeezing the eyebrows, the face, the nose, the lips. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then breathe out and relax the face. Let's do that again, squeezing everything on the face, the eyebrows, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the chin, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Breathing in and breathe out, relax the face. Let's try the shoulders. We're gonna just tense it up, bringing it up to the shoulder, to the ears. Breathing in, breathe out, and allowing the shoulders, the shoulder blades to just melt onto our pillows, our blankets, our mats. Just breathing in. Let's breathe. Breathe in and bring the shoulders back up to the ears. Breathe out, allowing the shoulders to fall onto the mat. And let's squeeze the spine. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathing in, holding here. Breathe out, allowing the spine to melt onto the mat. Let's try that again. Breathing in, squeezing the spine. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathing out, relaxing the spine, allowing it to melt onto the mat. Let's try the hips, just squeezing at the hips. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe out, relaxing the hips, allowing that to melt onto the mat. Let's try that again. Squeezing the hips, squeeze. As we breathing in, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe out, relaxing the hips. Let's squeeze the legs, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe out, relax the legs, allowing it to fall onto our props that we have, allowing the weight to just drop onto the mat. Let's do it again, squeezing our legs, squeeze, breathing in, hold, and let's breathe out, relaxing the legs. Now we're going to squeeze the soles of our feet, squeezing, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathing in, hold, and let's breathe out, allowing everything to just melt away from the soles of our feet, relaxing our feet, allowing it to go onto the mat. Let's do this one more time, squeezing the soles of the feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathing in. And let's breathe out, allowing everything to melt on to the mat. taking this time to think about our affirmations that we set earlier in the practice, allowing our bodies to just melt away, melt all the tension that we was carrying throughout the day or the week or the month, just allowing everything to just melt away onto the mat, keeping our minds on our affirmations, continuing to breathe in through the nose and out of the mouth. And we're just going to hang out here for a few moments. Now we're going to begin to return to our regular activity. So first, I would like to allow you to extend both of our legs directly in front of us. Stretch it all the way to the bottom of the mat. Let's give our legs a little stretch and flex and point our toes. Just adding some movement to our legs, bringing the blood to circulate through our lower extremities. To add a little rotation of the ankles going in a circular motion. First by going to the right, and then you can go towards the left. And we're going to take our hands planted onto the mat, allowing us to lift our hearts and crowns up, coming back into a seated position. Guide us, come here or go back into a easy pose position with your legs crossed in front of the other. And let's just continue to do some natural breathing before we get up and finish our day. Let's do one more body scan, checking in with our crowns. Let's check in with our hearts, our shoulders, our spines, our hips, our legs, our feet. Checking in, seeing how does each body part feel? How did this practice make your body feel? Did it make you feel more aware of your body? Does it make you feel like maybe you need to take more time to show your body that extra compassion? Just remember how you and your body felt in this very moment, and let that carry on with you throughout the rest of your day and week. If you haven't already done so, begin to flutter open your eyes. And I would like to take this time to thank you for checking out my restorative yoga class. I hope this was helpful for you and you enjoyed it. If you want to schedule a private yoga class, or if you want to invite your friends next time and have like a relax and release type of class with you and your friends, hit me up. I'm real easy to find. You can follow me on social media. I do have a newsletter, so if you're interested in learning more about yoga and my classes and my yoga retreats, which is a group trip that I'm also planning, you can also hit me up and tap in as well. So thank you again. And if you have any questions, I'm open to hanging around. I know everybody is late and we gotta get ready for work the next day. So just let me know.
Thank you.